Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Sona Rajpal. Today I am going to explain about the preparation of sodium hydroxide and its uses. And you know that sodium hydroxide chemical formula is NaOH and its common name is caustic soda. And for the preparation of sodium hydroxide, what is the raw material which is required to prepare sodium hydroxide? The main raw material is sodium chloride, which is NaCl, and the method of the preparation which is used to prepare sodium hydroxide is electrolysis. First of all, I am going to talk about what is electrolysis. In electrolysis, lysis means breakdown and electro means with the help of electricity. Means with the help of electricity, we can do the chemical decomposition of a compound. And what is this compound, student? You want to know what is this compound which will undergo electrolysis to make sodium hydroxide? It is concentrated aqueous solution of sodium chloride, which is called as brine, or you can say aqueous solution of NaCl, that is called as the brine solution. Students, जब भी हम NaCl को when you just mixed with the water, so this aqueous solution it is called as the brine. And whenever we pass electricity through this brine solution, it will decompose to give iron. And you know, there is a positive and negative terminal of the battery, because this is a battery, because battery is the source of current. And you know, the positive terminal of the battery it is called as anode, and the negative terminal of the battery it is called as cathode. And in cathode hydrogen gas is produced, and in anode chlorine gas is produced. And how this hydrogen and chlorine gas is produced, that I am going to explain here. So in electrolysis, whenever we have an aqueous solution of NaCl and water, that they both together will make a brine. And when electricity is passed through this aqueous solutions of brine, so this sodium chloride, students, this sodium chloride, they will undergo dissociation and it is converted into sodium ions and chloride ions. And the water will also decompose to give hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions. And you know, these positive ions are called cations, and these positive ions will move towards the negative terminal of the battery. Means cations moves towards cathode, because cathode is the negative terminal of the battery. And these anion, chloride ions and hydroxide ions, they are anions, they are the negatively charged particles. ये नेगेटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, और नेगेटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल्स दे ऑलवेज मूव टुवर्ड्स द एनोड, बिकॉज एनोड इज द positive terminal of the battery. So students, you always know opposite charges always attract each other. So whenever I'm explaining to my students, I'm always saying C, C and A, A. Means cations move towards cathode and anions move towards anode. और जब हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास करते हैं, बिकॉज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी, सो दे विल कॉज द केमिकल डिकम्पोजिशन ऑफ द कंपाउंड्स, एंड इन दिस sodium chloride and water will undergo decomposition and the ions are produced. Cations move towards cathode and anions move towards anode. And you know, anode is the positive terminal of the battery. So out of OH negative ions and chloride ions undergo chemical reaction at the anode, and the chlorine gas is produced at anode. And cathode is the negative terminal of the battery. So here at cathode, sodium ions and hydrogen ions, they both are cations, they reach here. But out of these two, hydrogen ion undergo chemical reaction and the hydrogen gas is produced. So at the end, whatever is left in the students, जो एनोड होता है, एनोड पे पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल पे हमारा हमेशा नेगेटिव डिपॉजिट होगा। तो पॉजिटिव पे कौन डिपॉजिट होगा? इफ यू सी हेयर, दिस इज द पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ द बैटरी, एनोड। तो एनोड पे हमारा क्लोरीन गैस बनता है। कैथोड इज द नेगेटिव टर्मिनल, तो कैथोड पे हमारा हाइड्रोजन गैस प्रोड्यूस होता है। सो वॉट एवर is left in the solution means sodium ion is left and hydroxide ion is left in the solution, so they both combine together to make a sodium hydroxide, and this is also produced near the cathode. And this chlorine gas, this chloride ions is a negative ions, it is produced at anode. And this hydrogen gas, which is cations, it is produced at what we can say cathode. CC and AA you need to remember. So at the end in the solution we get a hydrogen gas, chlorine gas, and sodium and hydroxide, they combine to make sodium hydroxide, and this process is called as chlor-alkali process. Students, why this process is chlor-alkali process? Because in this process chlorine gas is produced as well as water soluble base, that is a sodium hydroxide, is also produced. That's why it is called as the chlor-alkali process. And here is the reaction involved. This is a NaCl, this is a sodium chloride. When you put it in a water, so this aqueous solution of sodium chloride, that is called as brine. And when the electricity is passed through this aqueous solution, जब हम इसमें से electricity pass करते हैं तो electricity इन दोनों compounds को break down करता है. That is called as the electrolysis. And in electrolysis the cations are deposited at cathode and anions at anode. So students, जो आपका sodium ions होगा, they will combine with the OH ions of the water to make hydroxide ions, sodium hydroxide, and hydrogen gas is produced at cathode and the chlorine gas is produced at anode. You always need to remember students, जो भी negative ions होंगे, I am repeating again and again, negative ions, because chloride is negative, anions वो एनोड पे डिपॉजिट होगा, और हाइड्रोजन हेयर इज एक्ट एज अ कैटायंस, तो इट विल प्रोड्यूस एट द कैथोड. So this is called as the chlor-alkali process, which is used for the preparation of sodium hydroxide from NaCl and water. And what are the uses of this sodium hydroxide? Sodium hydroxide, another name is caustic soda, and it is used for making soaps and detergent. It is also used to make paper. And one of the very important use of this sodium hydroxide, it is used for the purifications of metal, mainly aluminium metal, from its bauxite ore. And it is also used in oil refining and to make dyes and bleaches. So in conclusions at the end, I want to say students, the process of electrolysis of NaCl, it is called as chlor-alkali process. And the three useful products obtained by the electrolysis of the aqueous solution of sodium chloride are sodium hydroxide, hydrogen gas, and chlorine gas. And one more important thing I would like to tell you, in electrolysis, here the electrical energy is converted into chemical energy. Means the electricity will carry out the chemical reaction by the breakdown of the chemical compound into ions, and these ions will move to the respective anode and cathode terminal of the battery, where they will undergo chemical reaction and hydrogen gas and chlorine gas is produced. Thank you students. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel for more informative science video, science classes at the rate Dr. Sonar Rajpal 123, and please share your comments also, for which I can make more videos for you guys to help you to understand the concept in easy way.